So today, some requests had come to me, were given for answering questions and clarifying some points on the Nectar of Instruction, verse number 1. Okay, so can all of us sing the verse, please? Unmute yourself, all of you, and let us start. At least at the intermediate level devotees, please unmute yourself and start singing the verse. Okay, who would like to go first? Divanshi, please start, Mataji.
Yes, Prabhuji. Vacho Vikam.
Don't read. Close your eyes and sing.
Yeah, I'm not reading, Prabhuji.
Very good. Very good. Please continue.
Vacho Vikam. Manasah Krodha Vigam. Jihva Vigam. Udarupastha Vigam. Etan Vigan. Yo Vishaheta Dhira. Sarvam Apimam Prithvim Sashishya.
Very good. Very nice. Okay. Parth Prabhu, can you please decide? Why is the camera off? You are somewhere else?
No.
Then just put it on. We don't have to tell you everything all the time. Please switch it on.
Hare Krishna.
You guys are not allowed to be on hiding behind the camera now.
Yes. 2 minutes.
Unless, of course, you are working, traveling, or something else. You can't do it. That's fine.
Should I sing, go ahead, or should I switch on the camera and then go ahead? Like,
No, switch on the camera and go ahead.
Yeah, 2 minutes. Just give me Prabhu. I'll just switch it on.
Okay. All right. So you come. Hare Krishna Swami Mataji. Nice to see you. Would you like to sing the verse, please?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, yes, I will sing it.
Just close your eyes and recite the verse. Yeah, please.
Prabhuji, but I haven't memorized the words. I don't remember it properly.
Oh, you have not? Okay. All right. So fold your hands and sing with me. Just sing with me. Don't worry. Just repeat after me. Vacho vegam manasah krodha vegam.
Vacho vegam manasa krodha vegam.
Jihva vegam udarupastha vegam.
Jiva vegam udarupastha vegam.
Etan vegan yo vishaheta dhiraha.
Etan vegan yo vishaheta dhira.
Sarvam api mam prithvim sashishyat.
Sarvam api mam prithivim sashishyat.
Very nice. Thank you very much. Now, Parth Prabhu, are you ready now? Okay. Well, let's. Okay. We can't hear you. If not, we'll just keep going then. We'll just continue with it. All right. Now, who would like to read the translation, please? Divanshi, remember the translation? No?
I don't remember the translation. Prabhuji.
Here we go. Read from here, please.
The screen is still happening. A sober person who can tolerate the earth.
We'll repeat after you. Okay? Sorry. A sober person. All of us, please. Those who are intermediate class, just unmute yourself and we'll repeat.
A sober person
A sober person
who can tolerate the urge to speak.
who can tolerate the urge to speak.
The mind's demands.
The mind's demands.
The actions of anger.
The actions of anger.
And the urges of the tongue.
The urges of the tongue.
Belly and genitals.
Belly and genital.
Is qualified to make disciples all over the world.
Is qualified to make disciples all over the world. Very nice. Once more. I'll say it and repeat after me, please. A sober person.
A sober person
who can tolerate the urge to speak.
Who can tolerate the urge to speak.
The mind's demands.
The mind's demands.
The actions of anger,
the actions of anger,
and the urges of the tongue,
and the urges of the tongue,
belly,
belly,
and genitals
and genitals,
is qualified to make disciples all over the world.
is qualified to make disciples all over the world.
Okay, Hare Krishna. So as we come to this program, now come to this particular class. Now, tutors, can you please show yourselves as well, please? I want to see if all of you are there. Right. So let's continue with it. By the time we all join in, yeah, please.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Yeah.
Sorry, just I'm still not very well, Prabhuji.
Oh, you are the worst off among the family. My God.
Yes, Prabhuji, it's getting a bit longer, and
Oh,
so I won't be able to show. Yes,
doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. That's okay. Good to be online at least. Very nice.
yes.
All the best. Anything else is happening to you, or just a cold fever and all that?
Just a fever, Prabhuji, fever and and sore throat. And, yeah, bad flu symptoms. Yeah,
Is
flu
it
symptoms.
COVID or is it flu then?
COVID, Prabhuji. I came positive 3 days ago. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
All right. Please take care. Please take care. Hare Krishna.
Thank you. Thank you.
Right. So now here we have to understand one thing. It says a sober person. Okay. Now, dhira, dhira. Dhira person, sober person. A sober person who can tolerate the urge to speak. How many of you can control the urge to speak? Can you raise your hands, please? If you want to speak and you don't want to speak, if you have to control your speaking urge, can you tolerate? There are people who just cannot. Their stomach is constantly churning. They get stomach ache if they can't speak. And we used to make fun of those people. We give them a secret. I said, don't tell this to anybody. And the person cannot, oh my God, I want to speak. How can I not speak? And then when they speak to somebody, they're happy. Oh, that's good, That's how it is. And all of us have an urge to speak. I'm telling you. So this is a definition of somebody who is to become a guru. Now, we are not qualified to become guru yet. But that doesn't mean we should not become. So these are the do's and don'ts, and the very fun is very, very strict. As I told you, the bar is very high set up, So one is able to tolerate the urge to speak. So the underlying thing is tolerating what urge to speak. Then what does he have to tolerate further? The mind's demands. The mind is not urging. There's no urges of the mind. So what is given? Demand. Why demand? But the mind demands. Mind doesn't urge. Speaking is an urge. Oh, I want to speak. Oh, why not? And I'll make my point. I want to put my point, my opinion. But demand of the mind is always demanding. Do it. No, I don't do it. Do it. I'm done. Most of the time, doesn't have to repeat second time. He says once, do it, and we finished. We're done. We are subservient of the mind. But if we have some sense control, then we say, no, I don't want to do it. Come on, do it. And then we are subservient there. Okay, we'll do it. This is the mind's demands. And mind is not somebody else. Mind is us only. So we'll understand what the minds are as we progress, the function of the mind. All of you are very young people and youngsters. These concepts are, although you may find it a bit hard, find it new, but the earlier you understand this, the better you can control your life. And I can tell you that more silence is power. Do you know this? Do you notice in language, like we are in the business of preaching, so we have to keep everybody in good humor, to keep on talking, keep on yapping, and all those things, right? But silence is very powerful, very, very powerful. Even if somebody is talking, insulting you, one person insulting the other person, and the other person is just silent. But silent doesn't mean docile, looking in his eyes and silent. He's not afraid. By not speaking, you're still speaking. Is it not power? Very powerful. Very, very powerful. Remember this, never forget this. Use this as a weapon. Not weapon, we're not fighting anybody, but just in case, Mind's demands, urges to speak, mind demands. Then the actions of the anger. Anger is not demand of anger. Anger is not action of anger. Anger is what? Sorry, anger is not urges of the anger. Anger is action of the anger. Means what? In anger, we perform actions. And most of the time, actions are wrong actions. See, this is very clever. And the urges of the tongue, speaking, and tongue, the food, belly, and genitals. One who is able to tolerate this, he can become guru of the whole world. Prithvim Sasishya. You don't require a stamped authority to say, no, you are a guru. No, you are a guru. You know. You would know. You don't require an organization to give you stamped authority that you are a guru. It's not right. That's not how it is. So, the question which the tutors had raised for me today, I'll try my level best. First question is about. There's some message. Okay, let's see that later. The first question. Right, Mr. Sanjeev Prabhu had requested me to clarify. Following, preparing Bhoga for Krishna with intention of eating palatable food. Sanjeev Prabhu, can you clarify, expand a bit more, what does it mean exactly? Can you be able to do that?
Yes, probably. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Yes, Mayuresh Prabhu asked this question actually.
Mayuresh, where's Mayuresh?
He's not here today, I think.
So we are answering the question, he's not there.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, he raised that we want to eat food and we're preparing for Krishna, but intention is that we're going to eat it. But we preparing for Krishna and offering and doing all that. So is that he wanted to clarify that? I think there was a week ago, and then the time was up, and then we told him that we're going to cover it later. But again, that last week also we didn't cover that. So yeah, so the main question was that he wanted to ask that if we're preparing the palatable food that we want to eat it for our tongue, but we're giving the name of like offering to Bhoga to Krishna, and then that's how I understood it. But he's not here to clarify for this.
Okay, so we will continue. It will be beneficial for others also.
Yes.
So in the Chaitanya Charitamrita Antalila, at the end, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gives a very, very similar instructions. It is a combination of first, second, and third verses. First, second verses for the nectar of instruction. So Mahaprabhu says, that Gramya katha na sunibe, Gramya varta na kohibe, Bhal na khaibe, ar bhal na paribe. Very heavy stuff. So Gramya katha na sunibe. Gramya katha. Gramya means of the village people, general masses of people. Katha means speaking, the talks. Na sunibe, don't listen to people in public language. Okay. Gramya katha na kohibe. Neither you speak to people in general. Bhala na khaibe. Bhala means very nice, palatable food. Don't eat. And bhala na paribe. Paribe means to dress. Don't dress very nicely. Finished, right? All of you, who's going to quit now? Krishna consciousness on the intermediate program. You have to follow this. Who's going to quit? Be honest. I can quit. I can't. It's a fact. Are we ready? Are we ready? That's a question. We are not ready, or we are ready. We are not ready, but I want to be ready. This is for those people who say, I'm not ready, but I want to be ready. See, there are many angles to this. if in today's world, one cannot become sannyasi straight away. You are working, you'll be married, you'll have family, you'll have so many things, family. So you cannot say, I'm not going to talk to you. I imagine this. You go and somebody comes to marriage, I'm not talking. I don't talk to general class of people. Who? You'll not get married. You'll not have friends also. Marriage is a long thing. You'll stay alone. That's why I will chant Hare Krishna alone. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. We can't do this. We cannot do this. Can we? But we know this is the aim. I can tell you one thing for sure, that as we progress, as we perfect our Krishna consciousness, right now we will not experience this. That don't talk to everybody, don't listen to everybody, don't eat palatable food, don't dress nicely. Right now we want everything because we are still not. So in that, when we are still not, our purification is a process which we are doing now. But when time will come, when you are, it can be any time. Prabhupada says one can change any time. But generally speaking, that when you spend that time in controlling, when you see so many things, right now we are excited about the temple, about devotees, about Prasadam, about this, we're jumping. Yeah, it's like a honeymoon period, We're all excited about it. Yeah. When excitement goes down, just like when marriage takes place, initially people are very, I love you, honey, come home, honey, why don't be so late, honey. And after some years, you say, why are you so early, honey? He's 2 hours late, This is a natural fact. I'm not criticizing, this is what happens. This is called experience. So when you become experienced devotees, then you realize that unless I really want to progress, if I really want to have the taste of the holy name, the taste will come when I control my senses. Oh, Mahesh is here. Mahesh, show yourself. You're not allowed not to show yourself. So the taste, if you want to gain, then that taste would come when you are controlling everything, when you're focusing upon Krishna. Right. But at the same time, it is said, for Krishna, you must make palatable prasadam or bhoga. You can't give Krishna the khichdi all the time. Krishna says, I don't want to eat enough in your home, man. Every day khichdi giving me. Nonsense it is, Happened. Krishna instructed Sanatan Goswami, because he used to go and beg from Vrindavan forest, whoever was there, so gives him some roti, dry roti. So he would offer Krishna, here, eat. So Krishna after some days said, man, you are giving me nice, thank you very much, but at least give me some salt with it. At least too dry. Now just imagine, that means Sanatan Goswami was eating just the dry roti very nicely, no problem. But Krishna demanded, at least give me some salt with it. That is, I can eat it with something, What are you doing, So, palatable bhoga to offer to Krishna should be very opulent. Now that's right. Ask my wife, she will tell you, she'll give a big lecture on this. That's right. And very true also, one has to. Initially, all our urges are not yet satisfied. And you want to really experience the world, there's no harm. I've done it. You guys are going to do it. And you should do it. Please don't get me wrong. But you are very lucky that you know where to stop, what are the limits to it. You're very, very fortunate. There, I had to restrict myself, so that when you go far ahead and come back again. But for you, said, no, if you're not going that way, you will not taste those things. And if you don't taste those things, there is no question of you acquiring that taste. You understand what I'm trying to say? Yes. In Gujarati language, it says, Je game javu nahi, te game jovu nahi. That means if you don't want to go to a particular village, you don't look at that village, you look somewhere else. So you are happy. You may think that village must be good, but I don't want to. Forget about it. Grapes are sour. Best sour grapes. No problem. जो जितना खाया मीठा था, जो हाथ ना आया खट्टा है. ये जीना है अंगूर का दाना. This is what it is. Very good. Forget about it. So you are very lucky with it. So we are not saying you should not experience. You must do. but you know the limits. You know how much you know. No. Okay, all right. Now, after doing these things, when you say there is nothing much, the same thing is going on everywhere, man. You watch any Bollywood movie, the same. There is one hero, there is one heroine, and there's one villain. There are two villains. Something happens to the heroine, something happens to uncle, auntie, father, mother. There's fight in the evening. They come back. They fight again. It's done. In between, there are masala. There's comedy guy. The comedian comes, gives crack some jokes. Then there is this character actors who come, and then there is the songs going there. The song has to be very good. Dig check song going. You will go to see. I like to see this song. It's so nice, so nice. But one movie, two movie, three movie, no problem. 100 movies, you still enjoy. 110, no problem. 500, after that you say, same thing, man. Come on, give me something different. I like to watch Hollywood movie now. So you go to Hollywood movie, the James Bond movie. Now, James Bond movie doesn't have songs in it. They've got only background song, theme song. Ta-dang, ta-dang. By the way, do you know this Talang Talang has come from India? He's an Indian musician. You don't know this? I'll send you the post. I'll tell you. See, I know better than you. So you can't say that I don't know material things. I know plenty, man. All right. So the James Bond movie you are now watching. The James Bond movie is also showing the same thing, but not the song. They don't have running around the trees and all those things. But here the Bond is there is a hero. There's a Bondess, not the Bond. There's a female there. She comes as either a deprived person. She has to work for the villain, forcefully working, or the heroine's parents are disturbed or they will be killed, so they want a vengeance, and it becomes the same objective, and then they go, and the villain is captured. Then James Bond is captured in the place, and then there is in Hindi movie, but this time there has to be a dance. There is no dance here, but there is something else will come. James Bond, some sudden old friend will come, or the heroine will come, and she will chop this thing, and he's free, and then he'll blast the whole thing off, and they both fly they both go in a submarine, and they escape from the submarine. Have you seen this? Dr. No and all those movies. And then at the end, the boss will say, Bond, where are you? And the Bond is switching down the camera. Oh, you're with the girl. Yes. Don't disturb me. I'll see you in the next part. Switching off, and people clap their hands, and at the end of it, same thing. You watch once, twice, thrice, 4, 5, 7, 8, 100, 500. You say it's enough for me. Now I want to do something different. So what happens is this. Bhakti is the same thing. You want to do all these things. We want to do all these things, and we want to do bhakti. Okay, no problem. So start with it. But if you want to progress, when the time will come, you say, now after 50, I must now focus upon it. What did I learn? I've gained everything. Whatever money I wanted, Krishna has given me. Everything is here, no problem. So now let me concentrate upon my personal bhakti, sadhana. So you read Prabhupada's book sincerely. Now also you're getting yourself practiced to do it at advanced age. So when you're doing it, when you're focusing upon it, this is for that point. Then you will really understand that once Prasadam, you can cook for Krishna very nicely. But at the same time, that will damage your body, the consciousness. More simple you eat, the more better it is finished. So yes, at the initial stages we do cook for Krishna. There's a message. Okay, I'll leave. Okay, no problem. That's fine. Thank you, Divanshi Mataji, for letting us know. So so it is for those devotees then who are materially exhausted, who are done with material world. In the Bhagavad Gita, there is a verse which Krishna says, when a person is done with the material world, he's finished. Enough of it. How much more? I don't want to come back to this material world. Right now, I don't want to come back to this world. They are words, and they're good words. This is giving you some potency to move, but you are still experiencing the world. How can you reject the world when you don't know? When you do not know the meaning of marriage, or a boy meets a girl, girl meets a boy, or gulab jam, or rasgullas and all those things, you want to enjoy, want to taste it, man. Rose jangiri. You taste rose jangiri? You get rose jangiri in Delhi? Oh shit. Kasitaram halwai. Karachi wala. You must have roast jangri. Oh man. Now I will not eat, but I used to eat. Very nice. You will have. Is there Ghasitaram nowadays? Search out Ghasitaram Halwai Karachi wala. Ask, you got roast jangri? Go and eat once. Anyway, but don't do it. Krishna Prasadam is best. But if you're not, then. Anyway, so now, right now, you want to experience everything. So what we are saying is experience, but do go along with it. If you can stop it, that is the best. Very fortunate. But remember this, don't forget this. Now, when you have tasted this, when your age grows from 20 to 50s, 60s, then you know that these topics of Prabhupada which are saying, don't come back to this material world ever again. They start to become appealing to us. Yes, how to become serious. Now, this is the point. But if you want to wait till the end, it's up to you. Nobody is forcing you. But if you are fortunate, only then you'll become 50 years old, or 60 years old, or 70 years old, or 80, or 90, or 100. Very fortunate. Otherwise, you'll not. So, choice is yours. You can cook prasadam palatable, you have to cook for Krishna, no doubt about it. But then who is going to eat? You are going to eat it, not who's going to eat otherwise. Distribute everything away. So, what will you eat then? Krishna, I made nice pizzas for you, and I'm going to make nice khichdi for myself. Eat both. And pizza I give to other people, I have my khichdi. It doesn't work like that, is it? So whatever you cook for yourself. So please start with it. Cook for Krishna, beginning with it. But idea is that ultimately we have to control, we have to reduce it. Prabhupada said we want our food to become zero, eating zero, sleeping zero, sex zero, and defense zero. This is the idea. Don't think I've achieved it, but this is the idea. This is the aim. I said Krishna consciousness is a concept, I told you. So this is a concept. This is what we have to achieve. And for that, the process is chanting, morning Mangala Arati, performing of Ekadashis, then austerities for the festivals, serving Krishna, prasad distribution, studying scriptures, controlling the senses. All this is part of that. So idea, that's why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, Gramya katha na shunibe. Don't hear ordinary talks of common men. Never hear. Gramya varta na koribe. Say ordinary news, do not speak. Bhala na khoibe. Well, do not eat palatable food. Ar bhala na poribe. You don't dress very nicely. This is the point. Is this okay, Mayuresh? You got the point? You're in and out. I think your connection is poor.
Yes, Prabhu.
So I'm going to implement it then.
Yes, Prabhu.
When?
From now, Prabhu.
Alright, then who will marry your daughter to you, man?
Sorry, Prabhu.
Are you going to say this to your new wife if you're going to get married? Listen, I don't eat palatable food. I don't dress very nicely. You should do the same. Would you think somebody will marry you? Or you will remain nicely?
Prabhuji, sorry, the network is not good, Prabhuji. I can't hear you properly.
Okay, you can listen to the class. You can listen to the class on YouTube afterwards. Okay, no problem. So this is up to us there. You understand? Is it point clear? Parth, Soumya, is it point clear? Are these points clear? Sanjay Prabhu, is it okay? Your clarification you wanted?
Yes, yes, Prabhu. Yeah, very good. Thank you. Thank you.
Right. But remember, your aim should be not keep on eating like this. Otherwise, you see old people also wanting to have, if you eat, old people do not get proper food, for their family also. They look into your plate. Hey, what are you eating? I'm not eating this. You're getting this. This is how the psychology is. The envy is. This is how it is. Unfortunately, they suffer. But by now we are old. We just need whatever is there is enough. Remember Sanatan Goswami. He ate some roti. We require in old age. You require more nutrition food. Have it. Don't have non-nutrition food. You must have it. Nutrition food, nobody stops from you having nutritious, good food. But palatable food, for the sake of it, all the time is not good. Is it okay, Soumya? Your medical people will agree to this, you think?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yeah, yes, you think so. You sure?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Okay. All right. We'll see. This is recorded. You'll be there in history. When I die and I'm gone, you'll be there. You remember Swami Matari said this? Yes. We'll find out. Yes, yes. Ladies are better off. Gents are also better. Gents have got better opportunity, but ladies, they're very, they need this, and they don't need it both ways are there. It's very, very interesting. Right. Second point was, let's put a third point first. Second point was a very good point about book changes for Divyanshi. I think she's going to come back. I don't know if she's able to do that now, but we'll keep it the last point. But what is this third point? Is any etiquette of honoring prasadam like grades of chanting offensive and offenseless? Sanjeev Prabhu, what is this?
That was a Parth Prabhu's question, actually. He
Bhagavad,
asked him.
Hare Krishna.
Yes.
So we have offenses in chanting, right? 10 offenses of chanting. So do we have similar offenses while we are honoring prasadam? Because we say we honor it, we don't eat it up. So do we have some offenses like when we are honoring prasadam as well?
All
Like
kinds.
some rules or regulations
All kinds.
that we can follow? All kinds?
Prabhupada would honor prasadam by looking at the wall. We honor prasadam watching television. So from there, we're honoring prasadam looking at the world. From there, we should honor prasadam looking at the wall. So that's where we have to go. Why is it so? Because for a devotee, understand one thing. A devotee means devoted. Person can be devoted to one's job. A person can be devoted to one's wife, one's husband, one's dog, one's cat, everywhere. That means his consciousness is that about what does my dog want? Oh my God, what does my this want? Yeah, that's how it is. So similarly, devotee for Krishna is devoted to Krishna. So the devotee cooks for Krishna, so offers to Krishna, and then partake the prasadam. As prasadam meaning what? What is the meaning of prasadam? Not food. What does prasadam mean?
Remnants of
No,
whatever.
that's just a food only. Prasadam means mercy. Prasadam is mercy. Why you don't have this name, Sham Prakash, Ram Prakash, Prasad, then we've got Prasadam also with this, Guru Prasad, Kailash Prasad, Krishna Prasad. What is food or what? Is the name of the man. You don't eat it, man. It's mercy. Prasada means mercy. So a devotee, when we want to become Krishna conscious fully, then we also appreciate that this food is no longer food. It is completely spiritualized because Krishna has tasted it to the eyes. He sees with the eyes and accepts the mercy. Krishna is interested in the food you're offering. That's right, Bhoga offering. That's correct. But most important thing is the bhav behind it. So this is where we should understand that the bhoga that we are offering, life remains a bhoga. And we should be willing to accept the prasad, the mercy of Krishna. When we do that, then the whole life becomes prasad. This is what Mahavishnu Goswami Maharaj would say. When we are willing to accept the will of Krishna in our lives, then the whole life becomes Krishna, becomes prasad. Otherwise, whole life remains bhoga. So many times Prabhupada would, it's better to have prasadam alone. Unless Prabhupada would sit with devotees and have prasadam, that is okay. When you have prasadam, don't talk about other things. But it's not possible. If it's possible, best. Even amongst devotees, sit together and talk about third devotee. No control of the senses, no control of the mind. So what is the meaning of it? Nothing really. That's why we do not progress. We think progressing meaning you go with hundreds of devotees, thousands of devotees to a festival, big program, and running around. This progress. Of course, it is progress. Don't get me wrong. But has it brought us closer to Krishna? Yes, it has brought closer to Krishna. Right, talk to Krishna. Is he talking back to you? We only know this. Nobody else will tell you. So for that, how much we are dedicated, because when you're honoring Prasadam, the Prasad that we are honoring, that Prasad that we honor is acceptance of the mercy of Krishna. When we are convinced about this, then we'll appreciate it more. We reciprocate with Krishna. We are with Krishna all the time. So, as I said, there are all kinds of restrictions on Prasadam. So, it's up to us. As I said, Krishna consciousness is up to us. One cannot force things. We just force four regulative principles. Everything else is up to us. How much we want to progress, how fast we want to go, how far we want to go. And ultimately, if we do not go to the farthest, the finishing line, we cannot go back to God. We cannot please Krishna. Because in Golok Vrindavan, they only talk about Krishna. They only think about Krishna. They only give pleasure to Krishna. They want to enjoy with Krishna. Love Krishna. As a father, as a mother, as a lover. Everything for Krishna. Krishna, 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 Krishna. And he is such that the moment you know him, you will keep on loving him. If you love him. Further, one has to know him. Right now we are doing do's and don'ts for us to process of loving him. And when we experience the taste of loving him, then we don't want to miss him. So these are the things. So at least for now, of course, when you're at the family, you're asking some questions and all those things. But wherever practical for you, sit quietly and honor Prasadam, if you can. If not, for now it's okay. But at the end, towards the end age, if you're very lucky, if you go 50 plus, you must do it. These all these obnoxious things should stop. Otherwise, watching news and bishum. I'm culprit for that too. Nowadays in India, the news also comes with a background music, man. it's like a climax movie. Breaking news. Bam! This has happened. People shouting. Well, they have to. There are 400 channels in India, man. There are about 200 news channels. So somebody to shout out, to stand out, and all the music. The James Bond movie is going in the climax scene. This is how the movie. Then you want to hit Prasadam. What will happen, man? You're going up and gulping, and so many things are going up and down. So we are not. I'm not pure. All I'm saying is very fluff, but at the same time, we should know where we are going. We should know where we are going and where we want to go. Is it okay? Is the question answered?
Yes, thank you so much.
More, it will be answered more when you grow and come into the leaders program. That will be very different answers. For now, this one is okay. Okay, anybody else want to say anything about this point? We go to the next question then. Is it all right?
Sure. Bro, if you have a question about previous points, so I didn't know that we were supposed to ask them. I thought that you will answer all the 3 points, and then if you have remaining time, then you can answer.
Right. Okay. Just ask me the question on the previous point.
Yes. So previous point, Prabhu, you were talking about. So my basic point is, Prabhu, I thought there was a feel of frustration of desires. As in, we go out in the material world, enjoy, and we enjoy till the limit, like you said, 200 movies, 300 movies, 500 movies, and then at one point frustration comes. But what if, Prabhu, frustration does not come? If we keep thinking, if we think, Prabhu, that there is more to it, maybe I'm not doing it the right way. Like maybe 500 movie I didn't watch in a big theater. Maybe I need to go to a bigger theater or something like that. But Prabhu, in that process, we are already wasting our human form of life. But our desires are not in control. So, what to do then, Prabhu?
Stop it. You answered your question. You answered the question by saying that if you know that 400 movies and are still going more, when will it stop? So you are asking your question yourself. Stop it. You are aware about this. This example is for people who are not aware about this. that there's no end to it. But when you know that there is no end for desires, then stop it. You understand this point?
Thank you.
Just do it. Before Nike had this logo, just do it, Prabhupada said, just do it. So for people who are not aware about these things, for them, they may watch 400 movies or whatever it is, and more about, having multiple partners, unlimited partners. They keep going more and more. They can't stop it. But when you know you're stopping, you're very fortunate, it's wrong, then do it. Stop it. If you still don't want to do it, it's your choice. Krishna consciousness is about choices. You will not progress, then don't blame others. What we gave you is that initial at this age, what are you going to do? You cannot, unless you want to become brahmachari and all that. Even there's so much difficulties are there at brahmachari also. It's not palatable. There's so many corruptions are going on and so many things are going on. So better to be away, do your things, and then when the material world will kick you, then you understand. I don't want to be here. Right now, you're just entering the material world. There's a joke there. What happened was that one person, a highly corrupt person, he died. So he went and they took him to Yamdutas came and said, okay, Kana, where will you go? So, where do you want to go? You want to go to the heavenly planet or hellish planet? He's saying, do one thing, take me to the hellish planet first. So he went to the hellish planet. They showed him, So there he saw beautiful palaces, wonderful parks, beautiful, gorgeous women and men, and they're enjoying themselves, and wine and fruit and honey flowing. And he says, wow, hell is like this. He says, now show me heaven. So they took him to the heaven. He opened the gate and saw the heaven. People were working, people were, all those things were going on, whatever he saw. But not as palatable as that of. So he said, yeah, what is this, man? They have taught me wrong throughout my life, Hell is better, man. So he said, okay, you have to just take me to hell. He said, are you sure? So yes, I want to go to hell. So they took him to the hell. As soon as he opened the door, the guy comes with 1-foot horns, picks him up, squeezes him, kicks him, puts him in hot boiling water, and burns him, and he beats him. At the same time, other person is beating him, constantly going on and on for going. He says, what are you doing? What you just show me this? This is not what I saw. You showed me different. Yeah, rascal, that is advertising department. Otherwise, why will people come to us? God, kill, and he will eternally be in hell. This is the point. You see, this is the point. So you think it is all right, material world, enjoy yourself. Up to you. It's entirely up to you. Material world is like this. You think it is like this. It is not. It's called a mirage. You think enjoyment is always going to be enjoyment. It's not. You think that even after knowing the philosophy, you think material world is a whole whirlpool. Everyone is suffering. But you think, no, I'm outside of the whirlpool. Everybody else is suffering. I'm all right. Everyone thinks like this. But when you see me suffering. I don't see myself suffering, but you see me. When I see you, you think you are outside of the whirlpool. And I say, yeah, he's in whirlpool. This is how it is. Maya, mirage. What is young is going to become old tomorrow. What is palatable is going to become stale tomorrow. The relative truths keep changing. Truth doesn't change. Is this okay? So it's up to us.
Yes.
So you can't blame anybody else. If you know where you want to go, stop it. Just do it. All right. Now the important question. It will take a bit of time. I'm very concerned about it. Only 10 minutes ago. Right. So Devanshi Madhuri, can you speak or you're outside still? You had a question. Why need book changes even for grammar? I think she can't. She's outside there.
Hare Krishna Babuji. I think Devanshi Mataji sent me the message before, and she wanted to add 3 more questions. and I
But
think it's a
now
bit late. Yeah,
he
it's
could
a
have,
bit
he
late.
could have answered there only, no, in intermediate.
Sorry.
Oh, I think she's on chat. She's typing. Hare Krishna, sorry to interrupt.
Okay, hold on. Right. Yes, Oji, but I'm here but can't speak. Okay, all right. That's fine. Thank you.
Hmm.
Some her questions then maybe we can take these questions for next week then. Because there are more questions. It can't finish now in 10 minutes, 9 minutes.
Yes, probably. Yeah, because there's three questions she asked.
3 further questions, huh?
Yeah, further questions.
Okay. All right, then I think we should just this question which she had,
Yes.
add that also, and then we will maybe let her ask the question in the intermediate program directly,
Yes, I'll reply her. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes,
We're
probably.
about, yeah, okay, all right. So we're about 8 minutes before we finish. Now, let me just continue these points. So I wanted to clarify a few things more. Um, right. So the same issues, the same things are there in the urges of the tongue, the belly, and the genitals. The logic remains the same. But this logic, unless you experience it yourself, you will not accept it. That's why this process is called the science of self realization. We, as tutors, can tell you what Prabhupada has written and what we have experienced. And fortunate for you, your tutors are aged. They're not young 20-year-olds like you people. They've got some experience in life. So you can rely upon them. So, yeah, yeah. On what we discussed so far. Any questions on what we discussed so far? As you think, I want to tell you one more thing. See, all of you are very, very young people. So, if there is a fall down of any kind, don't think it is end of everything. Uh, Please don't feel it is the end of everything. It is not. It's end of nothing. It happens. There is nothing which is true this thing. Yeah, I want you to know this point because you have a whole life ahead of you. You're doing just fine. You're doing wonderful. So don't feel the other way. Right? There's always a way. There's always a way. There is no end of it. There is no reason for you to be doing things. Well, yeah. If anything happens, just talk to us, or just even if you can't talk to us, just continue your devotional service. No problem. It's not the end of the world. Not at all. All right. We finish the discussion today now.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Yes, Mayuresh.
Yeah, Prabhuji, I have one question, Prabhu.
On what we discussed so
Uh,
far, I think there's somebody else also.
yes, Prabhu. That you mentioned that accepting will of Krishna. Uh, if we accept will of Krishna, then our life becomes a mercy.
Hmm.
So, Prabhuji, how do we know what is will of Krishna, or the instructions that are given in Vedas? Is that the will of Krishna, Prabhu, or like how do we accept it? How do we know what is will of Krishna, Prabhu? Can you just explain a bit on that?
This is not for beginners. So this is for, yes, the right question asked me at the right time. Um,
Okay, Prabhu.
just hold on. Um, this requires experience. Actually, everything is the will of Krishna. This requires.
Actually, I thought about it, Prabhuji.
Mhm.
So I was thinking that maybe the what is given in the Vedas as an instruction, those are the will of Krishna, or whatever comes our way in the life, we accept it as a will of Krishna. Is that right, Prabhuji? Because I'm confused. Like,
The will of Krishna, um, everything that comes is the will of Krishna. Of course, when something wrong happens, when somebody is trying to, there's a physical or emotional harm, you must protect yourself. That's right. But otherwise, everything is the will of Krishna. If you want some result, something else will come. It's the will of Krishna. That doesn't mean you should stop trying. We try, fail, try. Even after failing, try. But at the end of it, don't be attached to it. You're trying. Everything is the will of Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Is this okay?
yes, Prabhuji. Yeah.
Sorry, what did you understand?
So, Prabhuji, we accept whatever is coming our way in the life, even if it is what you what you not intended, or you did not want it. You just accept it as a will of Krishna. That doesn't mean you don't try or stop trying. You sorry, Prabhuji.
Yeah, please continue, Prabhu.
Yeah, Prabhuji. So that does not mean that you should stop trying. You should keep trying, but whatever is Krishna wills, that will come your way, and you accept it. That means you try your best, but don't uh, don't get attached to the result, Prabhuji. So whatever Krishna gives, that we accept. So,
Yes.
that's what I understood, Prabhuji.
Okay. But there's more to it. Wait 1 second. Yes, Soumya, Mataji, can we now take this question? You had something to share next week, please. It's too late. We start this program now.
Yes, Prabhuji, that's fine.
Is that okay? Just write down in our intermediate program, please. This is a good session. We can do that, right?